What's up? We're here today with Carter Stringfield. Carter works for Goodwin PC. They are one of the premier companies in the area that handles computers and security. Today we're talking about security. Carter, tell us exactly what ransomware is. Get a little bit closer to the mic. What is ransomware?
So ransomware is where an attacker or somebody sends a virus and encrypts all your data. So what that may look like is all your files will have different characters or just be completely encrypted to where you can't use them at all. And they hold it as ransom.
Now, it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem because in the past we think of hackers going after these big corporations, but so many of those corporations have been hardening their security, so now a lot of the attention has started to focus on just the common everyday user. So what do you guys suggest?
We suggest just making sure that you have one, virus protection, and two, just being smart with what you click on. That may be through an email or just, making sure that you have content filtering turned on or just being smart with your everyday, internet usage.
Right. So most people end up getting hacked because they allow the guys in. It's not that the hackers are sitting there and they just somehow magically infiltrate your computer. Typically, you open the door, you just don't realize you open the door. And
Yes.
Is email about the biggest way that it happens?
Yeah, email, we see that the most. That may be like, hey, your account password's been changed. Click on this link and update your password. And what you don't know is
You're actually giving them your password.
Exactly. So that's one big thing. Through text messages as well, you'd be surprised at the amount of like fake AT&T or Verizon texts that may come through. eBay for sure, PayPal, Amazon, Facebook. All those are big targets for resetting passwords for hackers to get access.
Ways that you can back up your files, because ransomware essentially takes control of your computer and then you're supposed to pay, sometimes even through the dark web, a ransom in order to get your files back. Traditionally, a lot of people have used the program Carbonite, which I used for years because Carter had turned me on to that. But now I'm using a different program that you suggest. Tell me about it.
So Crashplan is a great opportunity to use for backing up. It's similar to Carbonite, but it does the same file folder backup. So what that looks like is, in case you do get encrypted, it has versioning, so you can go back and pull those files from your backups. Because if you've waited until you have ransomware to back up your files, it's too late.
All right, and if all of that sounds like gibberish to you, basically Crashplan is a piece of software that would essentially work like the cloud works on your phone, backing up your photos and your pictures for you. You just put the client or the software on your computer, and then every time you make changes throughout the day on your computer, they see that and they back that up, correct?
Yep.
And what's great about Crashplan is they also allow you to back up all of your external hard drives that are hooked to the computer as well, which is a huge game changer for any of you who might have large libraries that you don't have on your local hard drive as well. Now, tell me what malware is, because even I don't understand exactly what malware is.
So malware is a type of virus. That's kind of what you hear. Mainly it's something that infects your computer. So it may not exactly encrypt all your data, but it could be anything from a Trojan virus or anything that comes in and just either someone's looking at all your files or watching what you're doing through a webcam or anything along those lines.
Okay. Again, there's software that you can use to protect yourselves from malware. What would you suggest?
There's a lot of different things on the market. WebRoot is a great one. A lot of people use Norton or Kaspersky, but mainly WebRoot. Internet security is a great one to go with.
Okay, awesome. Lastly, a lot of Americans are now using strictly smartphones, and most students are typically using smartphones. We're starting to see more and more things creep up into smartphones as well, and you mentioned a little earlier that text messages are another way that hackers are starting to get in. So tell us a little bit about the vulnerabilities of the smartphone.
Yeah, with smartphones, it's just like most people have their email on their smartphone, pay all their bills or all their accounts with Facebook. One thing that you can do with that is two-factor authentication. So say for Facebook, whenever you log in, it'll send you a text and you can verify that login. Also with text messages, If you get a random text from AT&T or somebody asking, hey, update your password, more than likely it's probably not legit. Or if they're asking, hey, click on this link or check out this video, if you don't expect a video from one of your friends, you may just want to call them first before opening it.
Right. Somebody that you haven't talked to in 5 years says, hey, you're in this video. That has been circulating Facebook quite recently, so that's definitely a red flag. All right, so basically, Crashplan is a great option for you to look at for backing up your files. For those of you who don't want to take the time or think that it's too much work, it literally took me 5 minutes, I think, to set it up. You put in a credit card. If you're wondering about the cost, I feel like it's about $9-10 a month, something like that. It was not very unreasonable at all, especially considering that you can rest at night knowing that all of your pictures and all of your life is being backed up safely. So that's a good way to go. Norton and what was the other shop? WebRoot are good options to protect your computer and your Mac, because it's just a myth that Macs can't get viruses. There are viruses that can strike Macs as well. So back all of that up, stay safe, and if you'd like more information, Google it, because you can find all kinds of things on Google, right?